Morning everybody here on YouTube. You probably saw our video on butchering a cow, and we talked a lot about, as far as the internal organs, what we can use those for, and then the benefits for our other animals with that. But this morning here, we're actually starting to make some sausage. So I'll show right in the garage. Got a nice area cleaned up. So this right here is some deer that I was blessed with from my nephew and then a neighbor. So we got about just under 20 pounds worth of deer. By the time we grind up all this, we'll probably have another 100 pounds worth of beef. And then we've got 30 some pounds worth of lamb. So we got at least 150 pounds. So between 150 and 200 pounds is what we're going to make as far as sausage today. So stay with us. We'll show you some good footage of what we're doing. And then also, I'm not sure if it'll fit in the same video, but then we'll also show you how we actually smoke our sausage and everything like that. Stay with us. Shalom. I've got my brother here with me, and I got my two children, Luke and Samantha. You're probably wondering what you're looking at least some of you. This is a little grinder. Just got a real small 6 horsepower, just a little 1200 RPM motor, so nothing fancy. We've got it set up here to a number 32 meat grinder. You can look online, you can buy these on Amazon or other places, but you want to make sure you get one with the pulley. And that pulley is pretty important if you're wanting to motorize it. It does come with a hand crank, so those of you that want a hand crank, it is an option, so we do have that option. But right now, while power is available, we're definitely going to utilize it. So what we're doing here is, the cow video that you probably saw the other day when we were talking a lot about the what you can do with the other organs, meats. We're taking all the quality chunks that we're going to go into a hamburger, and we're cutting those all up, throwing them into here, and then we're just simply taking them and tossing them down in the grinder. It's a pretty simple process as far as how that goes. What we've decided to use is, so we've actually got these bags, so we're putting in here so we can keep the meat cool, because after we're done grinding, we're actually going to be making sausage, and we'll show you another, I don't think it'll all fit in this video, but we'll try, because that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to make a sausage. We've got deer, lamb, and beef that we'll be mixing. Stay with us. We'll show you that. If you got any specific questions on the grinder or the motor setup, you're more than welcome to give us a call. Or not a call, just send us in the comments and we'll respond. But a couple things I will point out on this motor to make it so it does adjust. We've just got one screw in the bottom, allows it to pivot, and then we've got it set up over here with an option so we can tension off of there. Like I said, it's nothing super fancy, but boy, it works and gives you the opportunity to put tension on the motor. Thanks. Okay, you can see right here we've got all of our ground items. The deer and the beef. We've still got the lamb in another spot. But when it's all said and done, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 13 bags. And each bag should have, except for one, all the bags will have 20 pounds in them. And then we've got one bag that only has 10 pounds. So that gives us just over our 200 pounds that we're looking for. And then I'll take you over here and I'll show you some of the seasonings that we're looking at doing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our kind of our mixing station ready. So we're going to use mustard seed. We got a local summer sausage seasoning recipe. Here's our casings that we'll use. Got some black pepper, and then we're going to go ahead and put in a little light brown sugar. Those will be things that you can use yourself, and you'll season them to your taste. Thanks. Okay, so we've got the meat on the table. Got a nice stainless table here. We've got beef, we've got lamb, and we've got some deer. And now we're going to go ahead and proceed. We've got the beef kind of flattened down. We're going to go ahead and work the lamb in, layer on that. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same with the beef. So stay with us. Okay, so now we've got the lamb sprinkled over the top of the beef. Now we're going to take the deer, which I think earlier I called it beef, but this is deer. It's a little bit redder. I'm going to take this, and it's going to go over. And now we're calling this the mixing table. So now you just come in here, and you just start working it together, mixing it all together. And once you feel that you have a good consistency with your different meats, because we like trying, we always use multiple meats. After you see that consistency, start working through it. Then we'll be back with you in a second and show you the next step. Okay. So what we've got now is we've got it all mixed together. Now we're gonna go ahead and lightly put our seasonings. This is the summer sausage seasoning over the top of it. You can see we flattened it all out like a real big pancake. That allows us to disperse it real evenly. Crossed it all. There we go. And now I've got the pepper in here along with the mustard seed. Yeah, it gets a little, that pepper adds a little extra. Now we'll mix this in, and in a second we'll put in the brown sugar. The reason why I'm not putting the brown sugar in right now is because it's kind of clumped up and I gotta break it apart. So there's no special time as far as to do it. Normally we'd add it all at the same time. Thanks. Okay, so we've been mixing now for about 4 or 5 minutes, and this is what you want to avoid, you know, or what you're looking for. See this right here? This is still a clump of pepper and mustard seed. So as you're doing this, and it also starts to get real sticky, you'll actually, you know, because we're using plastic gloves, and your gloves will actually start to want to pull off your hands. So there's a big difference. You'll start seeing that. When it starts changing texture, you want to roll through it all one more time really well. Make sure you don't have any clumps like I just showed you. And then after that, you'll be ready to start stuffing. Okay, so we've got everything mixed. Everything's all mixed. Brown sugar, everything's all in there. Now we're putting it down in the stuffing. I guess it's a canister. And then there's actually the stuffing horn. And what we've got ourselves set up here is some people have motorized ones, some people crank them out by hand. I have a hand crank one, but this one here we specifically set up is actually driven off of an air cylinder. So I'll hook in my air compressor right here, and then we will use this knob to actually go up or down, and that'll drive the cylinder up or down. So it's going to get noisy while we do that because I got the air compressor in the same room, but either way, saves a lot of shoulder work, saves a lot of time. So definitely something that I think a handy person could figure out how to do themselves. Shalom. So I know it'll be hard to hear with the air compressor in the back, but we've just compressed the cylinder, and you can see the meat just starting to come out of the horn. So I'm going to get the first casing. And these casings, you want to go ahead and put them in warm water. So you put them in warm water and make sure that they're accessible. This is not a natural casing, this is a synthetic casing. But you can see how I take it all the way up to the end. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and stuff it. I'm going to switch the camera over to Luke and let him show you. This is my first one of the year, so hopefully I'll do okay. Okay, so what you want to do is, you see how I was just holding that with my hand real loose, and the sausage itself slipped all the way down. Now I've got it held here, and now what we're going to do is take a piece of cotton twine We're going to take it right through the edge, and we're going to go ahead and tie it into place. Okay, so what I just want everybody to see, when this is coming through here, when I put a little bit of air pressure on this and it starts coming through, I'm holding on to this with quite a bit of force. All I want this to do is I just want the pressure of the meat to allow it to slip through. And that's another reason why you lubricate it as far as have it wet, because then it actually just slips right through your hand. But you can see how the sausage is swelling up. And I keep my hand on that horn as tight as I can, because if I don't do that, one, the sausage is gonna blow across the room. The second part is you'll get air pockets. And if you get air pockets, you've pretty much ruined your sausage. I know some people will say that's okay, but no, it's not. Those air pockets are bad, and they actually cause can actually cause a premature type of decay or rot in your sausage. So this is the way you want to do it. Look how nice and smooth it is, perfectly filled. You know, if I took a knife right now and cut it down the center, there would be no void space in that at all. And that's what you want. Sorry for the noise of the compressor. If it doesn't make sense, send me a note on the bottom and I'll try to respond. Thanks. Okay, you can see we've moved into the smokehouse. So we've got ourselves our first half. There's 100 pounds of meat right here. These sticks ended up being a little bit larger than what I thought I ordered. I thought I ordered 2.5 pounders, but we ended up getting 4 pounds in each one. And they were actually wider than what I originally anticipated. So I'm having to put them on every other nail hole just because they're so large. But in a second here I'll talk you through the smokehouse. It's really a simple design. It's just a solid box. And we purposely designed ours so we can walk in it. And not only walk in it, but it's perfect because of the height. We can go ahead and add another layer of bars across here later. So this smokehouse should be able to hold between 600 and 700 pounds comfortably. And if you're going with larger sticks, you might even be able to get upwards of 800 pounds. I'll show you in a second here as far as what we've set up for the firebox. But it's nothing super fancy there. But I will tell you, it's pretty darn important when you're looking at these. So this is the factory end that comes tied. This is the end that you have to tie. So when you tie this end, guess what? All your weight of your meat is down here. So if you don't take and make a really good knot, well, there just went your 4 pounds of sausage straight on the floor. So, got these hung up. Thanks for watching.